Hey guys, thanks for coming out to chat with me today. This is some exciting news, right? So
Yeah.
in the midst of this pandemic, a new video production company has been created based here in Saratoga Springs, IronGlass Productions. This is exciting stuff. So let's chat a little bit about this, what it means, and answer some questions that no doubt people have. So Jake, I wanted to start with you, man. So how did this all come to pass?
I mean, look, I've wanted to own my own company ever since I was a little kid. My dad always told me, you want to work for yourself one day, you can do it. So I didn't know what that company was going to be. I just knew that that was going to happen. And, over the past 3 years, I've been lucky to work with Dave and learn stuff that I didn't even think I was going to be able to learn. And fortunately, I made the dream come true. So the work doesn't stop now, though. We're just getting started.
Right, absolutely. And Dave, did you know when Jake started working for you that you would sell him your commercial video production business?
When he first started out, he started as an intern, and I was really impressed by him. He had a really confident head on his shoulders, and he was like, I want to start my own business. I want to do this. And I was excited for him, but I was like, okay, slow down. That's great. That's exciting. And he was actually, to be honest, he was hesitant at first to start working with us and to do the internship because he was so eager to start his own business. And so my statement was look, yeah, you can learn so much in such a short period of time working for somebody else and then start your own business. And to be honest, from my perspective, my main passion is weddings and portraits. I absolutely love shooting weddings and portraits and people. And the commercial side of the business, commercial video productions, is not my main passion. Although the stuff we've done for Discover Saratoga is by far the best.
Of course, absolutely.
And that has been nothing but roses and fun.
Yeah.
So in the back of my mind, when Jake even started, I had in my mind, you know what? Let's see what happens here. Let's see if I can build him up. And if I do believe in him and believe that he has the capability of taking over the commercial side of the business, that might actually be a way for me to leave commercial video, which I don't have that passion. And I can pass on what we've learned because I've been doing this. We started doing commercial video production on the West Coast in 2006. So that was my thought. So when I looked at Jake, I was hopeful that things would work out. My plan was 5 years. In my mind, it's like, okay, in 5 years, you might be able to pull it off. But you did it in 3.
Well, it sounds like Jake has been wanting to do this for a long time, as he said. And Jake, tell us a little bit about what the scope of your services are. What are you offering?
Sure. So, I mean, it's pretty much going to be everything aside from wedding video, everything from event capture to just a standalone interview, B-roll that's going to support that interview. I'm a licensed drone operator. So if you need aerial, imagery, I can also do that, without getting sued, so those are all the things that I want to be able to, offer going forward.
All right. So listen, we're in a quarantine right now. Timing's never great. Seems like an odd time to launch a business. Why now? I
mean, like I said, I've wanted to do this ever since I was a kid, and nothing's going to stop me from doing that. Even this pandemic, we really don't know what's going to happen. We don't know what tomorrow even looks like, but IronGlass is going to be a part of it. We're all going to be optimistic about this, and we're going to get through this.
Well, I think through challenges like this, it brings opportunity. So there's never a bad time. I think it's great. And, for Dave, how does this affect the rest of your business? I got to think that's an important question.
Yeah. So there's really 3 businesses three sides of the business that I have. The main one, as far as revenue and my main passion, is the wedding business, which on Facebook is Bigler Weddings, but it's Dave Bigler Photos and Films.
Okay.
And this doesn't really have an effect on that. Jake has been one of our videographers for the past few years, but last season, it became apparent pretty early in the season that Jake's passions lead towards commercial stuff and not towards weddings. And so we started pulling him from shooting weddings when we could this past year. So he's transitioned out of that business a while ago. And then on the portrait side, Saratoga Portrait Studio is, we're in a new office now and have a whole new lighting setup, which I'm really excited about. So that doesn't affect that. It really allows me personally to focus on the things that I really love. And that's kind of the whole pandemic and quarantine and all that has really showed me that it's important to do what you love.
Yeah.
And so
a little self-awareness there. That's good.
Yeah. So this really helps out both Jake and I, because I'm able to just step out of the way and let him do what he loves to do. And at the same time, allow me to focus on what I love to do.
I think that's great. So where are you guys going to be based? Are you still working in the same location together?
Yeah, we're both working out of the same studio in Saratoga, which is phenomenal. You know, for the past, what kind of sparked, I guess, this transition is I came to Dave one day and said, yeah, I signed a lease for a studio in Troy. He was like, what? And I think that was the catalyst to kind of get things in motion and make Dave's 5-year plan 3 years. But, you know, it all ended out for the best. And when it came time to, you know, re-sign that lease, you know, just the timing was right. That I didn't want to do that. It felt right to be in the same studio as Dave and utilize what we have. So yeah.
There you go.
It's fun. We have a fun office and a fun space, and it's a fun group of guys. And when
a great coffee machine, right?
Well, which one? I think I actually have more ways of brewing coffee than I have of taking photos.
I love going over there, man.
But when Jake told me that he got his own space in Troy, that opened my eyes immediately. I was like, holy cow, this guy's serious. He's spending his own money just on his own. He doesn't even have his own business yet. And just so that he can have his own creative space. And that really that was over a year ago, as Jake said. And that really kind of made me realize, okay, he's really passionate about this. I want to join with him and help him to do that. But to be honest, one of the apprehensions that I had was, I love being able to share the space with him. It's a lot of fun. It really is a lot of fun. We've got a dartboard that goes right before you go into the bathroom. There's a dartboard, and I mean, just sitting there playing darts. Or just having a beer, or just hanging out on the couch and just chatting. From a creative standpoint, it's good to have that camaraderie. So when he said, you know what, why don't, instead of me signing a lease, why don't I just rent a desk from you? And I said, yes. Perfect.
And I think another important thing to notice too is I didn't really want to leave Saratoga. You know, I'm still based. My class is based in Saratoga. You know, I've got a lot of clientele in Saratoga. I don't want to make that a stretch. You know, I still want to be true to where I learned everything from. You know.
Well, listen, it's always been great working with you guys. This is an exciting venture for both of you, especially for Jake. And I just want to say that I wish you both the best, especially Jake, on this new venture. This is exciting for you guys. And it's been great working with you, and I look forward to the future.
Yeah, thanks, Darryl, for hopping on and joining us. I really appreciate the support. You know, I'm looking forward to the future. And
I got to say, Convention Tourism Bureau, Discover Saratoga, has done wonderful things. It's really neat to see all the posts that you're putting up about keeping the optimism. And personally, when this was hitting and I had a whole bunch of brides that were calling to move their dates, Darryl gave me a call, and just personally doing that connections with your members really shows a lot of credibility, and I really appreciate that. So thank you.
Awesome. My pleasure. And you know what? We'll get through this. It's going to take all of us together, but we'll get through it.
Absolutely.